Here on Monday, September 13th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, our best bets are in the premium picks area. We also do our YouTube premium. Got to say that my picks have been a little stale in there recently. I've hit a few props that have kind of like propped up my numbers a little bit in the premium. Like yesterday, I had that Logan Thomas touchdown in there. So that, basically wiped out any losses. And then, the other day I had Cedric Mullins plus 600, wiped out a couple of days of losses. But I don't want to wipe out losses. I want to pad the bankroll. Brian, had week one of the NFL football season treat you so far?
Well, I'll tell you what, 3-2, which isn't the greatest in the world, but you had a few games like the Washington football team who had a chance but never really took control of the game, and the New York Jets who were getting their butts kicked, but had a chance to backdoor if they would have hit a 2-point conversion, but it didn't happen, and I'll take a 3-2 for Sunday.
Yeah, I thought the Washington football team game, that fumble was just the game. I mean, they had the big interception, which basically looked like it was going to seal the win for them, and then one of their best players fumbles the ball, pretty much a giveaway fumble. It wasn't like a great hit or anything like that. It was just basically a drop of the football inside.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
10-yard line. After the,
I don't think Heineke coming in was too big of a deal.
No, I think it was an upgrade. I think they were better with him in there, and I think that Washington overall, it's like they held, they bent but didn't break, and that's what you have to do with a great defense. The offenses are always going to win the day because the rules are so slanted in their favor. But it's that bend and don't break when you're giving up field goals instead of touchdowns. That's really what it's all about. Last night on Sunday Night Football halftime, Joe Madden and myself hit every single pick on that.
Wow. I have to say, I took that game off. I didn't watch the Monday night game. The Sunday night game.
We had the Rams second half. We had the Bears under second half, and we had the Rams over second half. So we hit the trifecta there. Matter of fact, I hit the second half score exactly. Not exactly, but I said the Rams will probably score 21, and the Bears will score either 3 or 7. So I don't like that second half total as is. But if you separate it out, the Rams' second half total was 14. I like the over there, and then the Bears' second half total was 10, and then after I announced it, we were under, dropped to 9.5, which I didn't move the line. Obviously, it's like I'm not, I don't think I have that kind of influence, but by the time I got my bet in on the show, it was 9.5, and I was still comfortable there.
Yeah, I think the Bears just need to let Fields out there and take his lumps and see what he's got. So.
I think the Bears have some fundamental issues in the head coaching area. I think that they make some questionable decisions. I don't really understand it. The running game appeared to be working. The passing game was even working, but I just don't know. It's just they seem to be missing something.
I think the biggest shock yesterday was how bad the Packers played. That was pretty shocking.
Well, it seems to me that the Packers, when they're bad, they're really bad. And we've seen this from them before. We saw them against the 49ers, last year. We saw them against the Bucs last year, twice where they got absolutely just slaughtered. And then outside of that, they win every other game. So, they come back and win by 50 next week. I don't think anyone.
Yeah, I think it's a hard look. I think you look at them next week to see what the spread is. And
I think also that there's some fundamental issues here with the Packers, and it's just a matter of all of these things compounding and everybody else catching up as well, because the Packers, they have issues with, frontline talent. I mean, really, that's what they're missing is frontline talent. They don't have the frontline talent across the board. There's no players on that team that they have on like some of the other teams that are just simply contributors that take a reasonable salary and because they want to play with Aaron Rodgers, they want to play with the Packers or whatever. I think Aaron Rodgers has set the tone with that giant contract. So getting in free agents to work at a reasonable rate because they want a chance to go to the Super Bowl or build a Super Bowl win with Aaron Rodgers has gone out the window there. So I think that's a big part of it too. You can't win. I mean, when Tom Brady is throwing to Antonio Brown, Godwin, he's throwing to Mike Evans, right? All those guys.
Gronkowski.
Right, Gronkowski. All of those guys are better than Aaron Rodgers' best guy, Adams, right? Well, Adams could probably hang with those guys, I would say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure. But when he's the only guy, well, it's pretty easy to know where the ball's going when Aaron Rodgers is going to throw the ball down the field, right? So it's like he just doesn't.
You double Adams. Adams.
Well, triple, whatever. It doesn't matter. Nobody else is going to beat you. And then, we saw that one. We saw Urban Meyer just look like an idiot again. I mean, it's just this.
I'm kicking myself on that one. I had the Texans written down all week, and then yesterday morning I decided to bet the Jaguars. So.
The Texans were one of the teams that came through for me. I thought that, that my heartbreaker was, I bet against my team, the Dolphins. And
talk me out of that one.
And I bet against my team, right? And here the Patriots are running it in for the cover, the win, and everything else, and they fumble on the 10-yard line, on first down. It's not even like it was fourth down and they were trying to do something or whatever. First down and first and goal. It's like that's not a Bill Belichick coach team. That does not happen against a Bill Belichick coach team, and so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Steelers.
The Bills just melted down. It's like, the Steelers found a way. They got some great calls, typical Steelers stuff. They got some really beneficial officiating going their way, and they took advantage of it all the way. Every time they got the call, they made the Bills pay, even though the Bills didn't commit the foul. They still paid the price because the refs gave it to them, and they were all on key plays. Third down and whatever. It's like, ticky-tack stuff.
And the Giants were pathetic as expected. And Arizona looked very strong, I thought, too, yesterday.
Yeah, Arizona looked really good. Chandler Jones, a career day. 5 sacks.
Yeah, I sat that fantasy football defense. I was mad at myself. I sat Arizona's defense. I was
5 sacks.
Myself.
So we got a guy who's betting games the day after, hustling bone. Betting games the day after, which is a skill that is just, amazing. My book doesn't take bets on Monday for Sunday games. Sucks. We always get these guys, right? The guys who
I told you you should have taken the.
No, they don't say I told you. They tell you what they did yesterday. Like only the winners, right? They won every single one, right? It's like, I mean, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, I talk about my losers too.
Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, we also give out picks before the game start, right? We give the picks before the game, so. I think you have the right to say, and I rarely talk about my winners. I mostly talk about my losers on here. It's like the only winners I talk about are my Monday Night Football picks, but I don't talk about my.
It's crazy how close you can go from a 3-2 to a 5-0, or from a 3-2 to a 1-4. The difference is very small.
In a matter of minutes, it happens. In a matter of minutes, it changes too.
Because the Browns should have won that game outright yesterday, and they just choked it away.
Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is he's a magician, Yep. He's an absolute magician out there. So, I mean, a lot of these things, what you have to remember is that a lot of these things you can take with you to week 2. A lot of the stuff you throw out the window, and a lot of those, things that, teams that got an advantage or didn't have an advantage, you have to remember, that maybe they got a little bit lucky. Maybe they got a little bit sloppy. Turnovers are the one thing that, easiest way to correct, easiest thing to correct. And also the toughest thing to repeat for the defense. So, we've got a game tonight at Allegiant Stadium. Joe D'Amico was going. Apparently this is going to be just a mess of COVID protocol to get into this thing. is what they're saying. Like several hours to get into the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's why the get-in price, I believe, has dropped so dramatically for a ticket to this game.
Huh.
Because I guess the COVID protocol is like over the top on it. Interesting. It's going to be interesting, to see what the COVID protocol is in college football over the next couple of weeks. Because, like, we saw at BYU where they stormed the field, and it certainly didn't look like any kind of social distancing going on there. So we'll have to see, what the impact is, or if there is any impact, right?
I mean, I just rather sit at home and watch it on TV because I
My
guess
is this is the way it's going to read. If there's a massive COVID outbreak, they're going to say, "See, we told you need to social distance." Everyone there wasn't vaccinated. That's what they'll say. And then if there's no massive COVID outbreak, this is what they're going to say: everybody was vaccinated. This is the news, like, across the board. But what I saw at those college football and NFL stadiums this past weekend, well, we're gonna really see, in action what's going on with this stuff. And I think it's going to set the tone for the indoor sports like college basketball and NBA basketball as we start to move into the fall and the weather gets a little cooler. Yeah, Joe D'Amico was saying it's several hours to get into the game.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do that to myself.
Oh, me neither.
I'd rather just watch it. Well, why go through all that bullshit? Just stay at home, watch the game, enjoy it, take a popcorn, and relax.
Well, we got Lamar Jackson and David Carr going at it in this one, and this one looks to be a good game. Like, for the fans, this one looks to be a good game for the bettors. This one, I mean, not all Monday Night Football games are created equal. And actually, since they started Sunday Night Football several years ago, the Monday night games have actually gotten worse, right? The Thursday night and the Monday night games have been the ones that have really suffered from the Sunday Night Football. As we got the Giants and Washington just a few days away on Thursday night. It's all of a sudden the games start going one after the other, right? But so tonight, Brian, it looks like 44% of the public here on the Raiders, 30% of the spread money here, and 40% of the spread money on the money line Raiders, 31% of the money on the money line Raiders. So a lot of public action here on the Ravens. This line opened at 4 and has not budged an inch. We haven't even seen juice movement on this thing. I saw 4.5 at Caesars, and that's only Caesars in Nevada, and that's it. I've seen 4.5 maybe earlier this week. I saw them.
Yeah,
but they're back to 4. The total 50.5, 51. I see 150 out there. I don't know, because the Ravens are missing their running backs here. Are they going to throw exclusively, or is Lamar Jackson going to play running back? I'm going to guess a little bit of both.
Yeah, for me here in this game, I don't think the Ravens are going to walk away from their running attack. That's what they do best, and they're down their 2 top backs with Gus Edwards being out for the year. For me, I'm liking the under.
Justice Hill is out too. They're 3 backs.
Yeah, Hill's gone.
They're 3 backs gone.
They brought in what's his name, Le'Veon Bell and Latavius Murray. So, but for me, I think
who couldn't crack another roster, right?
Well, usually, that this is the spots where the older former superstar running backs come in and get a shot. But I like the under 50.5 here. I think it'll drop to 50 by game time. Raiders, I think, are going to be a much improved team this season. And I think that crowd, if they do get into the game, is going to be a raucous crowd. Raiders defense probably a point of emphasis in the offseason. Some of those young players another year older. And the Ravens have a stout defense also. I think you're going to see a lot of running the football. So I like the under 50.5. I think it goes to 50 or lower by kickoff.
Tony No Shoes wants to know where he can see all the odds. If you go to pickdogs.com, click on betting odds. It has all the different U.S.
Yeah, I like
books.
the odds. I like the odds setup.
We have a new one that's coming out. We have new odds, new stats, all that stuff. We didn't make it by kickoff, this year, but we're not in it for, this football season. We didn't just roll around and say, "Oh, it's football season." Actually, we let most of the other sites beat themselves up for NFL football, and we kind of just swoop in and take college basketball and NBA and everything else. It's kind of like that's how we do it, I think we'll start using. We have a new parlay calculator, pretty much everything. I have a call at 5:00 my time tonight to go over all that stuff. I have a bunch of calls today, and I have some stuff with Joe Madden, who
my favorite handicapper.
she's awesome. I like having Joe on our team. Kind of changes the dynamic a little bit in a good way.
Yep.
It was fun to see her in her element yesterday, because we haven't really, gone an NFL Sunday with her before. And it was fun to see her, at the pub watching the games with everybody. And then, that she took the whole party back to her house and had 25 people watching the game. She's got lasagnas in the oven making appetizers. It's like watching football. Everyone's got Chargers jerseys on. It's pretty crazy. Her friends, they didn't come on live on the air, but after the show, they all came on and said hi and everything. It was awesome. Really fun. But it's fun to see it because I don't get to experience it here in Hawaii like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like people over at my house, but I'm not sociable, so.
But but Joe is,
she's that's what I like about her. She's very nice.
She's nicer than us.
Yep.
But anyways, I like the over in this game. I think this is going to be a big play game. I can see a lot of big plays. I see a lot of pressure here on the under, which makes me think that this is going to be over in a hurry.
And, not on. I don't see it.
The fillet of fish is just jumping all over the under here.
But we know people love to bet the over. Monday Night Football love overs, and I just think the Raiders' defense is underrated, and I think the Ravens have a very stout defense.
Well, the Raiders defense has has been drafting very high for quite a few years, and they went all defense with most of those really high picks. Yeah,
I could see it being like 3-0 at half. I mean, I have a different view of the game.
Yeah, our stuff for our websites, I don't know where it's at. That's why I have a call tonight to find out exactly. What happened with this is that with everything that goes on in the websites and everything like that, I'm totally candid with you guys, is that because of everything that happened with my last deal that I did, right? Everything has to go through like massive legal protocol for me to sign a deal like of that size, because we're not talking about like slapping a little widget on our website or something. We're talking about a major overhaul to rebrand and to become, a different thing. We've always been a pick site where we've given out picks, but we're going to become two sites totally independent of one another. We're going to segregate the Pick Dogs and Sports Shop Place brands, and then those sites are going to give you guys all the handicapping tools and everything else that all those other sites do, way better and more. Plus a bunch of other stuff, like how everyone loved the office pool that we did this week, and of course we're going to continue on with that. But we're talking like major games and things going on, and contests and giveaways and sponsors and all kinds of stuff. We have a major partner that we're signing a gigantic deal with. So it's like, it's not just a tool that we're putting on the website. We have it's a gigantic name brand partner. So it's like there's a little bit more to it. So I believe everything is built. We haven't signed the deal yet. That's pretty much all we're at. And it's not, but we don't agree that's not going to happen as any of those things. It's lawyers charge like $1,500 an hour, and for some unknown reason, they're able to take something that I can complete in a half-hour phone call and turn it into 30 to 50 hours. No problem. But anyways.
You got to nip it in the bud.
Well,
can't let people on the phone that long.
Well, what we've done is that me and the founders of the other company, we've decided to do as much as we can ourselves, and then just bring in some lawyers to draw it up, and that's what where we're at. You don't want to bring we don't want to bring the divorce attorney to the marriage proposal. Is where we're at. But anyways, Brian, what are you selling tonight? Let's change. Let's get off of this. And I can't.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking for another winning day, and I'm on a 10-4, 71% run in the NFL. So I got my Monday night money shot 3-pack or my NFL money shot single. If you just want my NFL play, you can get it for $30 at pickdogs.com. If you want all 3 plays, which include 2 baseball dogs, you can get 3 plays, $40, pickdogs.com, or you can just join up for the VIP membership on YouTube. You're going to get at least 2 of those plays on there, so make sure you guys are members.
Absolutely. We have another new product coming out. We might be migrating from the YouTube Premium to another platform of doing that, and that will open up the door for different levels and stuff. I want to bring back that lower level product as well. I think like we had one for like $1 a day, like $29. I think we could do something for that where we give out like one handicapper gives out 1 pick a day.
I had an idea for that. I just didn't share it with you.
What's your idea? Let's hear it.
Well, I'll just tell everybody. My idea was to make a sports chat channel, separated from the Pick Dogs channel. And on that on the Sports Chat Place YouTube Premium channel, you would have something like $5 a month. And every day a different person would give like the dog of the day or whatever it is. And it'd be
I think $30.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the price point, but it was just Sports Chat Place would have a YouTube Premium. So that was my idea.
Yeah, $5 doesn't work.
Well, that was just off the top of my head, wasn't it?
$5 doesn't work.
All right.
But 30 does, you know. And I think I'm going to add that level.
Because on Pick Dogs, you're kept to the YouTube Premium only allows 2 different subscription levels.
We're also adding on the website. We're going to steal somebody else's idea for a change. We're going to do $15 for 1 pick a day as well, just 1 a day. $15.
On Tuesdays.
We'll steal every day. We're going to steal somebody else's idea for a change.
Oh, you're allowed to do that once in a while.
Yeah, everyone has stole mine for years.
Yeah.
They've stolen a bunch, but ideas is also one of the things they've stolen. But anyways.
And today I got to start looking at next week's stuff. Get my notes ready.
Anyways, we got Major League Baseball today. So Brian likes the under. I like the over in tonight's football game. My side is in the premium. I'm not in love with the over or the under in this game. I think the NFL, you got to just, especially early on, you got to just tread lightly. I think having that extra week, though, that 17th week, it's kind of like it gives you a pass on the bad week.
I wonder what the percentage of over-unders were in week 1 here that we just came off of.
Well, you could easily take a look.
It's probably 50%.
Let's take a quick look while we're here.
I would have to think that that the majority went under. Majority meaning 51% or more.
Well, the Rams and the Bears over, so 1 over. Saints under, 1-1. Giants under, 1-2. Browns over, 2-2. Colts under, 2-3. Patriots under, 2-4. Falcons under, 2-5. Niners over, 3-5. Vikings over, 4-5. Washington under, 4-6. Jets under, 4-7. Titans under, 4-8. So it's the majority are under. Steelers, Bills under, 4-9. Titans, Jaguars over, 5-9. And Bucks, Cowboys, 6-9. So far six overs, 9 unders.
Usually things start out defenses ahead of offense. But.
Okay. We got Major League Baseball. We got 8 games today. It was weird. I took 1 day off from doing baseball videos. 1 day. And it felt like I had never done them before in my whole life. It was so weird. I did the Marlins Nationals game. Listen to this one. I did the Marlins Nationals game. And I know once in a while I'll mess up the graphic because I'm doing it myself, right? So I'm just going through millions of things here. And it happens, you know. It's like it's human error, and I take full responsibility for it. If you want to judge me on it, go right ahead. We can just do what everybody else does, and I can just stand in front of the camera. You can have no graphics at all. That's the way we used to do it. And believe me, the views I think were the same, if not better. But I started with the Nationals Marlins, and the video after I did the little promo, I came back and did the Rays Blue Jays. So I did one video, 2 games. I had to go back and reshoot. But we got the Twins and the Yankees. Boy, what a game that was last night. You want to talk about something that flew under the radar and got wiped out by Sunday Night Football. The best baseball game of the year. And it was better than the Cornfield game. It was as good as the Cornfield game, I would say. And it was it had everything. It had fights. It had, drama. 3 home runs by one guy. Had everything. So, really,
I gotta admit, I didn't watch 1 second of baseball this week.
Oh man! So you didn't see the Yankees Mets last night?
No. Saturday, Sunday, I didn't watch any baseball.
So Lindor hits a home run, right? And then his next time he hits a home run, he's just talking and just woofing crap at the Yankees. So he's got 2 home runs. Then Stanton hits a home run for the Yankees, and he's just like woofing crap like so bad. So Baez wants to beat his ass, right? Like, I don't know. It'd probably be a pretty good fight. Stanton has the big biceps, but Baez is a pretty big guy too. So Baez wants a piece of him, and they bench clearing, the whole thing. And Lindor's not really that big of a guy, but he's woofing crap still, right? So the Yankees tie it up. Right? It's 6-6. They go to the bottom of the 8th, and Lindor hits another home run, his 3rd one, and he's doing this to Stanton, It's like, and that was it. It was crazy.
I love a good bench clearing brawl.
It was craziness. Yeah, I mean, there was the taunting, that was going on there between these 2 teams. Stanton was majorly taunting. That was a good one. So, let's see. We've got the Marlins and the Nationals, the Yankees and the Twins, and the Blue Jays and the Rays. It's a good card today, even though there's just,
I like my
games.
2 baseball players.
I'm sure we're on the exact opposite side of everything.
No, I bet you we're on the exact same 2 baseball players.
Mets, Cardinals, Toronto, Rays, Nationals, Marlins, in the early game, the Yankees and the Twins. So today the premium and the VIP are going to be one show later on. I will. I'll make a video on that. There's not enough games, right?
That's true. Yeah, I'm going to give out 2 of my premiums on the show today. So
there you go. What do you like in this?
In this time slot area, I'm going to take a crack with the Minnesota Twins on the money line here. Yankees have been, I wouldn't say brutal, but 2-8 last 10, and Gant has had 2 strong starts in a row. He's not going to light the world on fire, but Gill hasn't really lasted too long for the Yankees. I just think it's a ton of plus money, and everybody's going to be making love to the Yankees here, thinking they're just going to start winning. But I think the Twins scrape out a win here. I'm not betting the house, but strong lean to the Twins.
Okay. I like the Twins as well. If we had an early premium show, that's the pick I would have given. Was that one? I almost made it a premium regular, a throw in my premium picks, just for long-term subscribers. And I just left it. But I'm bet it, personally. I think the Yankees, after that emotional loss, and it's all over for them. The Yankees.
It's tough to go from playing a big rival like the Mets are in it. Those 2 teams don't like each other.
They're done now, and Aaron Boone will be fired shortly for this collapse. It's like they had the run, they got themselves back in contention, and now they're finished.
Well, If the Rays would beat the Blue Jays up a couple of times,
It won't matter because the Yankees can't win a game. They're 2-8 in their last 10, coming in September. In early mid-September when you need them the most, when everybody else is playing their best baseball. The Yankees are going in reverse. The Red Sox and Blue Jays have passed them in the standings. The Yankees do have the same amount of losses as the Red Sox, but the Red Sox have 2 wins in hand, and the Yankees have only won twice in their last 10 games. So getting those 2 wins for them, I think, is going to be a reach. The other interesting scenario here, though, is one of the late games in one of the late series this early part of the week, and that's Seattle hosting Boston, because Seattle is 2 games behind the Red Sox in the loss column and 4 games in the win column behind the Red Sox. Yet they get this head-to-head crack at them. So if they can get there, then of course that would be passing them. But anyways, any of these other early ones do anything for you?
Not in that time slot. I 2 of them are premium plays for me. So
I like the
kind of takes away that.
I like the Marlins and the Jays in there as well. We've got so when I did my video last night, it was a different pitcher for the Rangers, and now it's Spencer Howard, so it's a totally different situation. And that's why we do the live show.
Who was it last night?
It was the guy with the 0.0 ERA. The guy's too Alexei.
Okay.
Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. Huge difference.
Huge difference. So that's why we do the live show. That's why we do it. And then we have Giants against the Padres. Dominic Leone, who's been just straight fire for the Giants since joining the rotation.
Well, he's a bullpen guy, right?
Yeah, but he's been straight fire. The Giants, I think, have won every game that he started, these bullpen games, right? Every single one. Beat the Dodgers twice. Beat the Rockies on the road. Of course, the stomping against the Cubs. And the Padres, well, no bueno. And you got the Mariners. Brian's giving me the smug look instead of disagreeing with me.
I hate the Giants.
I know he does.
Hate the Giants.
It's not easy going 50-93 against the team.
I'm going to give out all my picks for free the day the Giants are eliminated.
It's like Brian hates the Giants. He's like, I'm 43 under 500 Giant games this year. It's like,
I don't know how many games I don't.
You took them a couple times, but you're probably in the 35 under 500 range with.
I've gone against them at least a dozen times.
Oh, at least. At least. I think in the dozen times you're probably 2-10 maybe. And then we've got the Red Sox and the Mariners, super important series, and Dodgers against the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers, I don't think they're going to catch the Giants. I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. I think it just seems that every time the Giants lose, the Dodgers lose. So let's see if we can add Joe. So every time we've tried to add Joe, we get her with no picture or no sound, but we're going to try now.
It usually ends up being a 15-minute process.
Yeah, but let's see what happens. Let's see if we can add her. Let's see if we can see her. I never can, but I know. Oh. Hey, we got her. Excellent.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Well, you're not on yet, but we'll get you there. Hang on a second. She's jumping the gun.
Jumping the gun. I'm saying good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. We're on the air. Let's see what we can do. I don't really have it set up. So we'll do it this way. Go. And me over. And Morning, Joe. How are you? How did the rest of your Sunday night go? We hit every halftime pick there on our Sunday night football halftime with the Rams over, the Bears under, and the Rams minus the points.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I was cheering loud. I was so happy to see the Bears not do much in that second half to get that under 10. So it was a great night. I enjoyed it. The last game finished. I kicked everyone out of my house, tidied up, and woke up to no mess this morning. So it's a good thing.
Wow. You got it all done. So you went gavel to gavel yesterday. Those of you that weren't with us yesterday, Joe started the day on the show. Then she went to the pub, did the halftime from the pub. Then the second halftime was back from her house, but she was cooking lasagna and making apps at the same time. And then finished it up on Sunday night. She had streakers, and then that was the end of it.
It was quite the way to kick off Sunday Fun Day with NFL. It was awesome.
Yeah, Becky was not streaking on camera. She was streaking off camera.
Yeah, so if you sign up for VIP, you will not get that.
You will not get Becky streaking. At least not yesterday. I can't vouch for her on any other time, but I can safely say yesterday.
I promise I will try to lock her out of my room. At the pub might be a different thing, but in my office the door was locked. She couldn't get in.
Well, Joe, we've gone over the Monday Night Football matchup.
Okay.
And Brian and I disagree. Brian took the under. I have the over. Any opinion on Monday Night Football?
I'm looking at the over as well with you, Mitch. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of both these offenses. We know the Raiders' defense has stepped up. They drafted 5 new defensive players. So I'm looking for them to come out better, but I'm also looking for the fact that we're one of the worst defensive teams in the league last year. Their defense allowed 29.9 points per game. And we see the Baltimore Ravens. I know there's lots of injuries there, but their offense scored around 29.3 points per game. So I'm looking for an over game. I'm thinking it's really tight, though, 51, 52 points. And I'm seeing a total of 50, so I'm liking it.
Awesome. So one of the – now I've lost where I was. Oh, man. Just stink at this. All right, here we go. I tried to switch around the cameras because now that we got 3 people, it's easier to move everybody around a little bit. I promise I'm going to get this eventually, or I'll be gone. We'll have somebody else doing it. But, Joe, did you catch any of the baseball last night? Brian did not see the Mets-Yankees game. I think it was the best game of the season. I know the Cornfield game got more ink, but Mets-Yankees had everything. We had bench clearing brawl. We had the drama. We had pretty much everything in that game.
No, I missed it. I'm gonna have to go watch highlights.
This is exactly what happens this year in this time of year in baseball, on the weekend baseball. Sometimes a lot of value there, and sometimes just a lot of big things. But so what happened in the game, you'll have to go back and see it. But Francisco Lindor hit 3 home runs last night for the Mets, including one in the bottom of the 8th inning in a 6-6 game to win it for the Mets, and taunted and was screaming at the Yankees on every trip around the bases. And Giancarlo Stanton did the same back to the Mets, and it was a bench clearing brawl. So after the second one, he was really going off, Lindor, and then Stanton hit the home run, and he was really woofing it too at the Mets. And I guess Javi Baez really took exception. I don't know exactly what words were said, but you have to go back and check it out. It really was the game of the year so far in baseball, and the fact that it was the Subway Series made it even better. We ran through a little bit of the baseball card here. And those of you that are joining us late, we're going to do the premium and VIP show combo later. And we'll do a little video to put out to the premium members and everyone, just to let everybody know that. There's just not a lot of games. And Rod's not going to be with us, but he gave me his picks.
Oh, perfect.
So he's traveling. He said he's not stopping to see Joe Madden in Calgary either. Total blow off there. Joe invited him over, him and his wife for dinner and stuff. She's like, I'll cook dinner and all this stuff. And, Joe does. And Rod's like, nah, I'm too busy for you. It's like,
right? And like he doesn't even realize, like when I cook for an army.
yeah,
Like it's like a whole football team's coming to my house. The amount of lasagna I have left over, it's like 20 people here and an oven full of lasagna, and I've got at least like 4 pounds left. So it's all going home with people today if they stop by and pick it up.
if I was, if I was Rod, the way that I would do it, a full day of traveling, because he's leaving, he's already left his vacation place, and then he's got to take a ferry, and then he's driving. So he wouldn't hit your place until like 7, 8 o'clock tonight. It's like, or he said, or I guess it's earlier because of the time changes,
Yeah.
but it's somewhere around the time of the game. I mean, I'd be walking in with my backpack and stuff, and you'd be like, "Oh, you want to put your stuff down?" No, I'm going to actually use your shower right now, right? I mean,
Exactly.
that's what I do. I mean,
exactly. Shower up, watch the game, eat some food, and then spend the next 3 hours getting home. An easy one.
People
Or
call
take
me
the
and tell me
ferry.
they're coming here. It's like, no problem.
Yeah.
Come on over. But yeah, we have baseball. We went over the first half of the card, and in that one, we got the Yankees, Twins, the Marlins. Oh, tonight's game. So, did you give over, under? Over. So
She said over.
So Joe and I are both on the overs. Brian on the filet of fish patty under.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we'll have to do just the big square emoji, just a square, and I'll write big square. The big square emoji.
It's going to be like 6 to 3
at half. Tight.
It's going to be a very low scoring at halftime.
Really?
I don't know. What do I know?
I know it's going to take a very long time.
Ravens offense. I'm not impressed with the Ravens offense. I think it's going to struggle.
But Lamar Jackson is just a playmaker. He's just, you have to account for him. So you give him a seam, it's a touchdown. He's that fast.
It's true.
We can put
Absolutely.
some words. See the putting words in Rod's mouth emoji. We could definitely put some words in his mouth that he's not here. But
well, I honestly was shocked by this total. I thought it was going to come in around 54, 55. So I like the over 50.
I thought it was going to be much higher than this too, and maybe that's why Brian is saying under, because you would think that it would be in the mid 50s. But we went through all the totals, and there was 6 overs and 9 unders so far this week in the NFL. So it's definitely been an under week.
Absolutely has been. But you look at Derek Carr, and I think people really underestimate Derek Carr. He's got a completion rate of 67.3%. He threw for 4,103 yards last year with 27 touchdowns and only got 9 interceptions. So, Lamar uses his legs way more, does get that running ability, but I don't know. He's got a good completion rate as well, 64.49% with 26 touchdowns and 9 interceptions last year. So I'm looking for both these quarterbacks to come out strong tonight.
I think both these teams just have so much speed that I think we're going to see a lot of big plays. I just do.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not saying that Giancarlo Stanton was out of line in his response. I'm just saying I liked it. I liked the whole thing. I liked the whole drama. I think, I have no problem with any of it.
Absolutely. That's what I tell all my female friends. Who needs drama of like soap operas? Watch sports. There's way more drama in them.
There is drama. They've made it even worse. I can't, I can't stand like watching these, I'm glad that we run our college football show against, the main network ones, because all they show are these human interest pieces, it's like, which are nice stories, but save them for another day, It's like it doesn't do it for me.
Hey, talking about human interest, did you guys hear how at the Washington Stadium the sewage pipe broke on the fans?
I saw that. I saw the video.
Disturbing to see.
Yeah. Not good.
No, I wonder what they're going to do for those fans, because, wow.
I don't know. It will be interesting to see exactly what they do. But
yeah,
my guess is on the ticket that there's something that says that they're not responsible for anything. I know.
Oh, and go ahead.
Yeah, usually on those tickets, it will say that they're not responsible for anything that happens at all.
Sewage falling on you, though,
yeah,
is pretty fun.
I know, but it's like, so let me see if I have a bunch of ticket stuff. See if I can find one, but
Brandon's saying Josh Jacobs might be out for the Raiders tonight due to illness. That's a huge loss for them.
It's a big loss, but I think the Raiders, for me, it's that outside speed that they have, with Ruggs.
Absolutely.
I saw Jalen Waddle get his first touchdown yesterday to beat us. Former teammate of Ruggs. Yeah. I'll have to find one of my ticket stubs. I know I have them just lying around. Maybe I have them. I have like a bunch of them. I usually have them on my set somewhere. Maybe they're up here.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got all the legal jargon, so they can't be blamed for anything under the sun.
Oh yeah, it's like if you get hit by a bat or a ball at a baseball game, like you're not covered. I know that.
Oh, not at all. You're walking in there.
If you step on the ground and slip, it's like you're not covered, on any of those things.
Well, they got to cover themselves like that. Look, people sued McDonald's for the coffee being too hot, so I don't blame them at all.
Which I'm sure they're covered for now.
Absolutely, they are.
So we have these baseball games. We did the early ones: Marlins, Nationals, the Rays, Jays, Mets, Cardinals. All of these with the Mets, Cardinals, and Jays, Rays. Of course, playoff implications. Yankees, Twins, as well as the Yankees have fallen out of the wild card now for the American League. It's Toronto leading the American League wild card with the Red Sox. Joe, anything on these games here? This baseball? I know you've been out of touch with the MLB the last few days.
Yeah, so I've been a little bit out of touch, but I'm really looking forward to this Toronto game today. I think we're going to see a higher scoring game than they're expecting. We got a total of 9 on this one, and I'm really leaning towards this over. And then we look at this game, and the Blue Jays struggle against the Rays. So this might be a situation where the Blue Jays need this win today, but I'm not sure if they're going to get it.
Yeah, I like the Blue Jays in this one. I think they do get it.
I hope so. I love my Blue Jays.
So we've got so the Rangers and the Astros, there's a pitching change for the Rangers. I did my video. It was a different pitcher, so I would have a different pick, and that's why you watch the live show. We have the Giants and the Padres. We have Seattle and Boston and the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Boy, No Fears Chris is really a really pushy person here. It's like, this guy's not a premium member, not nothing. He does nothing to support us, but he's just really pushy. Brian has premium picks on the website if you want Brian's picks, right? No?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep my NFL run going.
The show is an hour. We got 9 games, so I mean, it is what it is. It's like,
plus we had to check in with Joe, see how she was doing.
Absolutely, it's like we got time, and and even if we did, we would do it anyway. So yeah, we could talk about something else. So the poutine that you had at the bar, what exactly?
I'm all ready to get.
How exactly does this work for us U.S. people that don't? I know it's like French fries with gravy and cheese curds, right? Is that the basis?
Yeah. You guys don't have poutines in the States, right? Do you?
Well, some places have it, but it's kind of like it's a novelty. It's not a mainstream. Like at McDonald's in Canada, they have it, right? And they have it.
Yeah, we have
like
poutines everywhere.
Yeah.
So a regular poutine is just fries, cheese curds, and gravy.
Right, that's the standard poutine.
Yeah. So, but they make like everything now, like butter chicken poutines, everything. You
butter
can think
chicken.
of
Wait a minute, butter chicken?
Yeah, on French fries, and they just call it a butter chicken poutine. So
it's like a nachos. They're using the poutine. They're basically making nachos with French fries and calling it poutine. Sort of,
right? But so the breakfast poutine I had yesterday, I know this guy's loving it. He wants Fittler's pick.
It's all good. It's all. I'm just it's like these are. Yeah. It's the fact that we could talk to these people like this and have a back and forth with our audience. I think is the coolest thing in the world, and it's something like my first 10 years online we didn't have, and it's awesome.
Absolutely.
I used to have a little chat room attached to my site. We used to do this. We used to watch college football in the chat room.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so it was potato wedges, capsicum, peppers. I call them capsicums. I grew up in Australia, but like red peppers, green peppers, onion, bacon, sausage, with eggs and hollandaise sauce and cheese curds. It was delicious. I ate like this much of it. It was so filling.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like I'll tell you who could have helped you out in that spot is Ruffalo.
Ruffalo, yeah.
Yeah, we could have sent Ruffalo over there for that one. That would have been his snack, before he had. I saw Ruffalo.
And all my friends got steak and eggs, bacon and eggs. I had like the greasiest with all that sauce on it. It was so delicious.
I seen Ruffalo in Vegas eat a waffle about the size of my desk, and with no problem. I mean, really effortlessly. It was an amazing thing to see.
Absolutely. Brad says poutine's the bomb after beers at 1 a.m. It absolutely is. There is no hangover if you have a poutine at 1 a.m.
So there it is.
There you guys all know the secret.
Well, we got the Rangers and the Astros. We got the Giants and the Padres. We've got the Red Sox and the Mariners. Massive game there. I know Joe's a big Logan Gilbert backer. And we got the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Clayton Kershaw back on the mound here. Going to get a few games under his belt before the postseason. Dodgers sure need the help in the starting pitching rotation, which looks nothing like the starting rotation at the beginning of the year. This Mariners-Red Sox game is gigantic. It doesn't get really much bigger than this for both these teams. So the Red Sox, 81-64, puts them at 145 games. That means they have 17 games remaining in the regular season schedule. And the Mariners are at 143 games. So they have a couple extras. They have 19 games left in their regular season. But in the standings, when we look at the standings in the American League, the Red Sox are on the inside looking out in the wild card at 81-64, and the Mariners at 77-66. They get a win here. They gain a full game on the Red Sox and are just 2 games out in the wild card with the Yankees ahead of them, who can't buy a win. Brian, anything on these 4?
Yeah, Arizona and the Dodgers I'm going to do in the drive-thru tonight, so make sure you guys tune in and check it out. The other games, I'm going to lean towards the Seattle Mariners here. I'm a little worried about the miles Gilbert has on his arm as a rookie pitcher, but he's been pitching okay lately. I think he's going to give Mariners 5 strong, and they've been a profitable team all year for me. Red Sox on the road with Rodriguez. I'm going to take my chances with Seattle, and then I'm going to go square here, take the Houston Astros. Spencer Howard's good for about 2 innings, and then it's the Rangers bullpen. I think the Astros minus the 1.5 here.
So C Tough kind of has my old hangover cure in the comments, taking ecstasy or Percocet while you drink and never have a hangover. Oh
God, would die.
Yeah,
you guys will never see me again. I'd be dead.
I definitely I've been around that block a couple times, that's for sure. And it's when I met my first rock star. I was in Hazelden Treatment Center in Minnesota, land of a million treatment centers. They call it land of 1,000 lakes, but it's actually the land of 1,000 treatment centers. I had surgery once, and I went a little crazy on the painkillers.
Ouch.
It happens. It was like I started to really enjoy it after a while. It's like, man, I'm in a lot of pain. But this really is I kind of like this. Then you start hoarding them. It's like you got them to the side. It's like you're hiding them. It's like,
oh my God!
Sneaking.
You and I are dead opposite. You can't get me to take a pill to save my life. I can't even take an Advil.
Well, I can't. I don't take them anymore. But
yeah.
It's hide them, sneak them, do whatever. It's kind of
Absolutely. So in this time group, I'm looking at same as Brian, Seattle Mariners. I think the Red Sox really struggle in Seattle. So that's where I'm going with this one. But otherwise, I'm staying off. Well, actually, I've got a pick on the Houston Astros game for later for you guys.
If anyone out there has a problem with drugs or alcohol, get help. There is a better world out there. There's better solutions than that. I'm living proof. So anyways, that there is. So by all means, not easy. Certainly not as easy as going back to your old friend, but trust me, if it doesn't work out for you, all that other crap is still there. So It's always going to be there if it doesn't work out for you. But trust me, it's a better world. Brian, did you go?
Yep.
All right. I like the Mariners here against the Red Sox too. Eduardo Rodriguez. I don't know. I thought he fought the good fight in the number one starter spot for the Red Sox most of the year. He did a good job, but I have to say that he hasn't been overly effective. And the Mariners in this, it's like this has got to be. They have to be treating this like a playoff game. It has to be. So I expect it to be a tough crowd, and I think that aside from that, I just think that they're going to play hard here. And I know they really want this one. I would never go with that strategy. But I do think the Mariners really want this one. I would consider even laying the reverse run line here. Go first 5 Mariners, all of those things in this one.
Absolutely, they need it.
They need it. It's if they don't win here, it's over.
Yeah.
It's all over. So
our comment section's hilarious today.
Yep. That's right, Tony. It's like, why do you think I have money to gamble?
Congratulations.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I built this entire website, everything. I had all this free time all of a sudden. I was lucid. Anyways, that wraps it up. We have kind of really got off the rails there, but parlay. Anyone, Brian?
Yeah, for me, my parlay would be the Minnesota Twins on the money line combined with the Seattle Mariners 2-dog parlay.
Double dog parlay. Joe, anything?
No parlay for me today, guys.
No parlay for Joe. Late arriving, but she'll be back into the full baseball swing tomorrow. We got.
I don't like parlaying baseball. If I'm gonna parlay anything, it's gonna be my NFL. And my college football. I don't know baseball. I hate parlaying.
Well, I think even if you don't like it doesn't stop us from betting it. It's,
okay, give me 1 second.
It's never stopped me before. I mean, I people know. I mean, I say it all the time on these shows. I hate parlays. I still bet them.
You still bet them?
Yeah. So what? It's and what I bet and where I put my money. It's none of any of your business. It's mine. Don't touch it. I like the over in the Astros Rangers game. I'm going to parlay that up with the Twinkies as well, and I'll take Brian's parlay exactly and throw the over in the Astros Rangers game on top of it with Spencer Howard pitching. I like the Astros team total on top of that as a kicker.
Okay, I'm going to go the New York Mets and the Seattle Mariners, both on the money line there, to parlay those together.
There we have it. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow and maybe try and stay a little bit more on topic. And I doubt it. Anyways, have a great day, everyone, and make it a winning night. Those of you that are premium and VIP members, combo show tonight at the regular time.